Management of the University of Ghana have refused to act in accordance with the dictates of the order. The police and other allied security personnel have been employed by the management of the University of Ghana to frustrate the efforts being made by the students to call attention to the management of the university to obey the order of the court and to reinstate them.
It's for an institution like University of Ghana to disregard a court order. It is something that this House must take it seriously, and we must act as soon as possible. We should not allow institutions like University of Ghana to disregard the laws, to disobey our court orders. It cannot be, and we will therefore call on everybody here to support the call made by my senior brother, Honorable Apak and Roxanne.
Mr. Speaker, Commonwealth produce the best gentlemen, produce the good husbands, produce the bold men, and produce a lot of leaders like my colleague said. And in the chamber, if you take the census and tie people here to halls in all the universities in this country, you won't go beyond Commonwealth as number one. That has the number of people in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, there's a lot to be learned from Commonwealth, and I think that the University of Ghana should obey the laws of this country and obey the court order and bring back the students.
I think I would refer this statement to the Committee of Education to ask them to engage the university and to report back to us why the university authorities, headed by the immediate past Chief Justice, she is the chairman of the University Council. So we expect that she would ensure that the law and order, respect for the courts, the sanctity of the court orders are respected. So I direct that the statement be referred to the Committee on Education to engage the university authorities.
So that's Joseph Usu, who is the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament. But, well, this matter has been referred to the Education Committee. Professor Ransford Jampo is a professor of political science at the University of Ghana, and he is a member of the University of Ghana's communication team. He's joining us on the telephone. Professor Jampo, you've heard the MPs. They're not happy about this. So what's the University Council's position on this matter?
Well, please, the University of Ghana Council is not disregarding any court directive. It is important that members of parliament get their facts right on this particular issue, and it is shameful for a few members of parliament who have had association with the Commonwealth to peddle falsehood just to do the bidding of some people who are not members of the university community, who are done with school and are trying to drag the name and image of the university into the mud. It's quite shameful. And so it's not all members of parliament. Look at the background of those who spoke. We are all former members of a particular hall who are trying to do the bidding of some other people. No court has given a directive that has been flouted by any university council. It is important that we do not involve themselves in peddling falsehood, because it is an honorable house. I do not see why the whole parliament would allow itself to be used, its platform to be used by a few disgruntled people to be peddling falsehood. There is a matter, the university is implementing a residential policy that has been approved by all channels and structures within the university, including its council. Some people feel that they don't like the accommodation policy, residential policy that is being implemented. And so they've taken the university to court. The court gave a ruling that we should halt the implementation of our residential policy. By the time the ruling came, we were already done with the implementation, and students had been admitted into the hall. It was going to be difficult for us to throw the belongings and luggage of the students out of the hall. And so immediately we filed an appeal and a stay of execution of the ruling that has been given. And so the matter at the moment is before the court, and it is being heard. And so I am quite surprised that some members of parliament do not understand the fact that if you have the right to go to court to get a certain ruling, other people also have the right to go to the same court to seek an appeal and to file for a stay of execution. And while the matter is being heard before the court, you do not have the right to come out publicly to misinform the public and to create an impression as if some people are disregarding court ruling. The University of Ghana is made up of people who are law-abiding, and its management and authorities, they know the laws, and they are very law-abiding citizens of Ghana. They would not do anything to disrespect and to disregard lawful orders given by a court of competent jurisdiction. We won't do that. But let this be known to the few members of parliament who are also old vandals that the University of Ghana would continue to protect life and property, and then will continue to create and protect a conducive environment and atmosphere for learning. And nobody, not even parliament, can force us to do otherwise. Thank you.
Anyway, but, well, are you saying that there is no court ruling on this matter as against what the MPs are saying?
I am saying that they went to court ex parte to seek a certain injunction. And when we heard, we said no. We went to the same court to appeal and to also apply for stay of execution. And these matters have been heard. And rulings have not been given. And so if you have gone, you see, it is ignorance on the part of any member of parliament to say that a court has given a directive and that others do not have the right to appeal. And that if a court has given a directive and you have appealed against that directive, then by virtue of the fact that you have appealed, you are disregarding the court directive. If you say that as a member of parliament, then it means you are an ignorant member of parliament. And I think this is not what is needful. What is important for members of parliament to do is for them to know how to comport themselves and to vote on important national issues in a manner that syncs with the national mood, and not to be doing things that are in complete disconnect with the national mood. I think that is what we are talking about. We are talking about the role of parliament, how parliament would be able to play its role as a countervailing authority to the powers of the executive, how they have not been able to perform this function in a manner that makes parliament independent. That is what we are talking about. We are not talking about a few disgruntled people going to the floor of parliament to make assertions and to spew complete, misinformation and falsehood.
Well, Professor Jampo, thank you.